Hi traders, Yuri is here with weekly Forex analysis for the weeks ahead ending August 4th. Guys, in this video you will know my view for major currency pairs as well as for gold, Dow Jones and Brent oil. So before we get started, guys, as usual, please thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and smash icon with bell in order to get notifications as soon as I release my video. So let's get started. As usual, we start from EURUSD. As I discussed last week, you remember I told you that my view was bearish, and indeed, you see this week we continue to the downside. Tested 1.1 level this week, and on the weekly time frame you can see it's like bearish candle. It's quite good one. So I mean, continuation from this trend line which I discussed from the monthly time frame. Let me show you the monthly as well for those of you who are watching my video for the first time. You can see here it was trend line which I discussed, and from this trend line the price was rejected and moved to the downside. So all this movement before, which I discussed already, it was just a correction, normal technical analysis correction. So let's switch to the daily. On the daily you can see, and actually I was trading the EURUSD on this day, on Thursday actually, and my entry point was around 1.1123 or something. After I saw this like price action around this level I discussed, this is one of the resistance level. After we broke through it, you remember we broke through this level and it was correction, and I advised you to wait for pullback, and exactly on Thursday it was a pullback, nice one, and I was managed to had a good entry point, and then I closed my position around 110.70 or something like this. I didn't took all this money from the table, but anyway, it was nice profit, more than 50 pips. Yeah, actually it was around 30, 20, yeah, roughly around 50 pips or maybe more. But anyway, it was nice movement. I closed it, and you can see here, yeah, it was nice one. It touches on Friday, it touches also the trend line from, not trend line, but bottom of the ascending channel. You can see this ascending channel, which I discussed as well. It's nice ascending channel. But what I expect next, I presume that this week we're gonna see the breakthrough with channel, the bottom of the channel, and it will open the door down to this one, this level around 1.09 roughly, and then 1.08 as well. So this zone in under radar for in my analysis. So I would recommend to sell on strength. If beginning of the week, for instance, we will see something like this, like movement to the upside and then continuation. So again, sell on strength, guys. Sell on strength with the idea to hit this area 1.08. I think this is the next target actually, because with this support, I would say it's just a mid-term support. So for me, this level is more crucial one. So yeah, it was nice price action, and still here you see this nice candle. And yeah, just sell on based on price action, guys. And let me switch to 4-hour time frame, and on 4 hour you can see, yeah, this was a correction to the zone, and then I sell around this level. So it was nice and quick movement to the downside, test this level, and then okay, some bounce a little bit on Friday. But Friday is not always a very representative day, to be honest, because it's low volume and end of the week as well, maybe profit taken and so on. So all in all, my view is bearish on EURUSD, and is the idea to sell on strength, and the target I just mentioned around 1.08. On the other hand, like alternative scenario, if you will see the price broke through and reclaim this level 1.11, then we will continue to the upside. But what I see now, I don't, to be honest, believe in such scenario, and for me it's bearish, and I would recommend to sell. Okay, let's switch to GBPUSD. GBPUSD, it's almost the same picture. On the weekly, it's not as bearish as EURUSD, but anyway, you can see it's like a doji. It's still holding under 1.29 level, which we reclaimed last week. So let's switch to the daily. On the daily, you can see on Thursday it's the same picture, and but here it's a little bit different. You can see we actually broke through the bottom of ascending channel, and on Friday it was test. It was testing already as a new resistance. You can see this actually price was rejected from the border of this channel. Yeah, you can see it. Maybe on the 4 hour it will be more visible and more obvious. You can see on 4 hour time frame. Yeah, we broke through the bottom of the channel, and on Friday we retested, but then the last candle was rejection, and we finished the week under this channel. So it's good sign, and I presume we will see the continuation to the downside as well on the coming week. So I would recommend to sell, maybe even just on the spot. Let's sell on the spot. Stop loss I would put around above this candle, and with the idea to the next target it's 1.2650, and then 1.2550 and 1.25 as well. So a lot of potential still from the risk-reward ratio point of view. It's okay, and yeah, I would recommend to sell on strengths and this just mentioned levels. On the other hand, bulls need to come back into the channel, inside this channel, and reclaim 1.29 in order to continue pushing to the upside to retest, for instance, 1.31. But again, as I just mentioned, for EURUSD, I don't believe in this scenario, but all in all, we don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, guys, but this is what I see based on price action, and I would recommend to sell. Okay, let's move on. FUSA. Aussie is doing very well. Nice picture. You see on the weekly time frame, it's even great pin bar reversal signal as well from the level 0.68 and 0.67. So bearish scenario. It's good. Come back to the downtrend, and on the daily time frame you can see as well. You remember I discussed this candle in my previous week Forex analysis, and I mentioned that price potentially will come back to the 50% range of this candle, and this is exactly what we saw on Thursday. You can see a price come back, just test this 50%, roughly 50%, and then rejection and continuation to the downside. I didn't trade this one, but hopefully some of you was able to catch up with movement. And yeah, next target is 0.6570, and resistance is here, 0.6715, and this is resistance as well. This is a key one, around between 0.68 and 0.6850. But yeah, I would recommend to sell on strengths. Potential idea going up to this point, up to this zone, and then sell based on price action with the idea to break through this channel, bottom of the ascending channel. Let me show you this channel. Yeah, but again, this channel, it looks like a bearish flag. Yeah, you remember it's like a kind of bearish flag if you're talking like this. Yeah, because you see it was initial movement, then correction to the upside, and now okay again. So I think we will see continuation, and it's even below this level 0.6160. I mean, in coming weeks and months we will see continuation to the downside, and hopefully broke through this level. But just keep patient, guys, and trade with the trend. And now trend come back to the downtrend, so just sell on strength, and it's good. So let's move on. USDJPY, it's also all online. You remember I told you to just buy on weakness, and it was actually weakness. And now on the weekly we can see pin bar rejection, buy signal, rejection from 139 level, and on the coming week we should expect continuation to the upside. And we see on Friday how strong was the candle. Actually it was a lot of pips here from the bottom to the top. It was more than 300 pips. It's a lot, guys, for this pair USDJPY. I remember back to, let's say, a couple of years ago, it was very low volatility on this pair, but now this year in particular, yeah, it's very volatile, USDJPY. So you can trade it now, it's okay. A lot of volumes, a lot of volatility, just buy on weakness, and with the idea to retest 144, 145 levels. You see, yeah, it was correction, and then legs to the upside, correction again, and now to the upside. So from the, let's say there was higher low, so the next high we potentially will see around this zone. So I would recommend to buy on weakness, and yeah, support is here, 139, 136.70, and this is the resistance. This is the zone, and this is the target for the week ahead. And we have a nice pin bar here, buy signal. Okay, let's switch to gold. Gold still holding above 1950. 1950 still holding, yeah, not too much volatility movements, but anyway, you can see it's still holding. Yeah, it's doji, it's indecisive candle, but anyway, with all what we see, I presume we can expect some continuation to the upside, with the idea to retest 2000s and 2040 and 2070 as well. So until the moment we're holding above this level, 1950, I am bullish on gold, and I would recommend to buy on weakness, and with idea to go to the upside. Key support around 1900. So I think that's it, no price action. But anyway, all in all, I see it like, for me, it's more bullish. Okay, let's switch to Dow Jones. Dow Jones, actually, I don't like what I see last week. I think we can treat it as a warning sign. You can see it's small pin bar reversal signal at the top of around 35,800 and 35,500 as well. And especially I didn't like what I saw on Thursday, and actually on Wednesday as well. You can see on Wednesday it was test 35,800, and then this is a crucial. On Thursday, you see we make a new high. It was new high, but then price was not able to close above this, and actually to finish the day on the bearish side, and it's not good sign. Actually, it's a sign for reversing, and we can presume and see next week that we'll go to the downside, and potentially it will be beginning of the down movement, huge one. Because now we are around, you see, we just above 78.6 on FIBO from the monthly time frame. If you go to the monthly, for the moment, you can see I put here FIBO retracement from this downtrend, down movement, and now, okay, it was correction almost up to 90, but not exactly. And now, okay, we have only one last day tomorrow for July to finish the week, and I presume we're likely to see this like huge movement to the downside to finish the month on the negative week below, maybe even below 35,000. Who knows, guys? But Dow Jones, it's quite volatile sometimes, and especially if we go see to the downside, and I would like to see closing, of course, below 35,500 and also around 35,000 or even below it. Because as just mentioned, this is a warning sign for reversing, and yeah, I am on the bearish side. Actually, I traded it. I was shorting the Dow Jones on Thursday and on Friday as well. So we'll see it will bring us on Monday and Tuesday, on Monday especially, because on Tuesday it will be already new month, it's August. Okay, finally, last but not least, Brent. Brent is doing very well, as I discussed as well, and yeah, you see it was the target. We close above 84 now. It's this kind of candle called tower, because you know you don't see any tails almost, yeah, especially on the top. No, not I don't see it. It's okay. You have very small one on the bottom, but at the top it's no. So nice movement, and I discussed it. I remember I discussed this channel. I already projection some channel, and from the bottom of this channel, price now just catapulted to the upside. 500 pips, more than 500, and $5 multiplied by 100, and you get it. Yeah. Simple math. So, and we close just above 84. Okay, potentially we can see some correction, but now the next target it's around, let me check, next target around 90 actually. Okay, first one will be around 87 and the next one in around 90. But before we can expect some correction to the downside, and at this point I would not recommend to buy, guys, to be honest, because I already had some movement, more than 500 pips I just mentioned. And now, from risk and reward point of view, it's not good. I would prefer to see some correction to the downside, then pin bar price action signal, whether on daily time frame or on 4 hour, and then to buy after signal to buy, and with the idea to come back above 84, and 90 is the target. So yeah. Support is here, 79, 84, resistance in front of us, 90, and no price action yet, but just nice candle on the weekly. But as just mentioned, I would prefer to wait for correction, at least maybe 50% of this candle, and then only after price action signal, guys, you jump into the market. Okay, I think that's it, guys, for me for this weekly Forex analysis for the weeks ahead, ending August 1st. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for your time. Please thumbs up, guys. Again, subscribe, hit notification bell, and also join my social media, Telegram channel, and so on. And all of the links you can find in the description below. Also share your thoughts. Don't be shy. I want to see your feedback, guys, on my job. Yeah, and I wish you a good trading week, guys. Stay tuned. Stay and trade safe, guys, and see you soon. Yuri was here. Bye bye for now.